I just, well, that's turned way up right now. I'd usually set it around 300 degrees, something like that. Had that turned up where I was doing stuff the other day. We turned that down. This here's just one of those carbon drill bits, and I just put a handle on it, and I use that to mark when I'm gonna put my hose, and I drill 3/16. That's something I'll need to do is use drill press and we'll drill this. You can make leather holsters. I make leather holsters. I love them, the tool work and stuff, and they're beautiful. And there's nothing like the original leather holsters. But this is something that's quick and it's durable, very durable. If you use the stainless, see how that thing's floppy now? It's burning my finger, and it's just about right. I'll let it get a little bit warmer than that.
So you can tell by when it's right temperature by how bad it burns your finger.
Yeah, that's kind of like your heat treat oil. Keep them open up where you just go right down in there with that thing. I just lay my knife right there like that. I get that thing, push it down in there, and try to keep it even, and I wash the end up there, and try to make sure my tip is not going out the end. That thing is maybe 3/4 of an inch right there right now. The presses you buy, like I said, when they come back together, they're just dead flat again. This is what's giving me that real good form on that thing, is by compressing it so tight. You could almost read your name on it if you pressed it hard enough, I believe, you know. Now I just let it cool down. It takes a few minutes to cool down, and then I take it out and look at it. And if it's not like I like it, I have to let it back in there, and he'll just slowly open back up and fold back out itself. And then reuse it. Like, it's probably out there, while I'm making the old ones where they're wider, I can take that and maybe, you know, utilize it for something if I want to, because you can reuse it. That's what I like about it too.
Have you ever thought about doing a kydex line leather sheath?
There was a guy that made some kydex on some holsters around some leather that really looked good, and they were really durable and held up. I never tried that. With line ones, you talking about putting that inside and put leather around it?
Yeah, it just seems like that, like sand.
Yeah, it's snap in.
I think it'd be as strong too as a wood line sheath.
It would. It really would. That's a good idea, Bill.
James, do you ever crack handle material or anything in
I haven't yet, but I'm looking to do that this anytime. Well, most of these knives, I'm using kydex on a lot of these little, this little simple stock removal knife that I do. And I sell these. I mean, I'm a flint napper as well. I do lithic art, and I go and demonstrate flint napping, teach primitive skills and things like that. And I wanted something that I'm all the time done stuff. I can just pull this knife out and use it. And so kydex is virtually indestructible. I go to these nap ins and I set up, and there's nobody else. I don't have any competition selling knives. Well, there's one guy making some knives now, but I don't have any major competition at all. When you go to a knife show, you've got how many people sitting there trying to sell knives? So I go to these events, and it's nothing for me to sell $1,000, $1,500 on a Saturday for these knives and stuff. And so it's been really good for me. It's been a good bread and butter knife. And I'm all the time, if I do, you know, something, do a lot of fancy work on like this and stuff, I can get a lot more out of the knife because you spend more time on it, things like that. But to me, nothing will ever take the place of a forged blade. I love the forged blade. And I'm a journeyman smith, and hopefully I need to get my button gear and get my master. I've been journeyman 6 or 7 years now, and I need to move on, you know, it's time. But this is cooled down enough, and talked about doing it last year and didn't do it, so. But anyway. It's even got the horn for it in it there. I'll pass it around, everybody look at that. While they're passing it around, I'm going to go ahead and do this piece now. These knives are not 100% finished. When I get this done, then I'll finish the knives up, put my name on and all like that. This studio got to be buffed out and all this stuff to handle. Like I said, now if you've got a hole in it like that, it'll mash in that hole. If y'all know Ed Halligan made the Kiss knife, he makes another little neck knife, and it's got one screw right there screwed into it. And that screw acts as the catching agent on the kydex sheath, which to me was a brilliant idea. And I've been wanting to do something like this for a while, but I didn't want to just stick them in there and grind them off. So I talked to Lynn, but I didn't have a chance to get up there. Lynn's a machinist, and besides being an excellent knife maker, he can make about any tool you need or he
You
needs.
know Lynn was number one?
Yes, he's always been.
Number one.
He's number one.
Just number one.
Yeah,
He
he don't have to be anything else. He's number one. But anyway, I made me a couple of dies to match my chamfering bit, and I chamfer that. I put the handle on it, the little handle on it, pull them pins back out before they set up. Let it set up. I shake my handle and put those tubes back in there, grind them to the right height, and then I take it auger press and I press them things. It swells them out so they're not coming out. When I do a handle like I did like here on the guard, I always like to do a chamfered hole in somewhere else, so when I pin them down, they swell out. On that little knife, I've just done a bulbed out pin on that, which will hold too. But anyway, so much for that. We'll get this in here and get it heated up. And I do need a handle on that door, so that circle is pretty
Inconvenient.
Get number one to make it for you.
Oh, numero uno.
Number one charges a lot.
Maybe I can get a donation here. We get
Number one give you a lot of number two also.
Yeah, that's where you got the hose all the way through. That's gonna build a little knot inside there to catch it with.
Yeah, you can look at these. You can see a slight indentation in them right there where that's pulled down into that. This one here has a little slight indentation where it pulled down into that. And that helps. That helps the hole, but it don't grip it so much it won't let go. I got a little too low, but I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. But like I said, guys, you may start this and find a better way and stuff. Share it with me if you do. I've just worked at this for a while now because I've got some little hand axes I'm having water jetted to go with some of these little knives, and I'm trying right now to design a head. But I've got a little head design, a little kydex piece that fits over it. But I'm trying to come up with something where I can make it real secure because I got a string, I tie it, and things like that. So you can make your belt loops, take your flat piece of steel and cut your piece, you fold it around it, as you can hit it with the heat gun, fold it around, put it in that thing, and make you a nice belt loop. You make one that clips on and off. I've made a few of those. That thing.
Have you made any for any kind of other things besides knives?
Yeah, that's what I said. I've made for the little round tactical flashlights.
Or how about some like these?
No, I haven't tried that yet.
I go through these a lot. But
You
then it's
can
just
probably make
very
one for
long.
that. Let's see it right quick before it's heating up.
Right here.
Maybe you can make a key for your swords.
Yeah.
You might can make something for that. Come up so far in case you got half of that. Right there. But you can see how that's made. I didn't get it in there like I like it. By the time I cut that circle around, things like that, that'll look a lot better. It's starting to get there now, so I had to crank it back up. The other one, I just kept it set right around 300 degrees most of the time, and it worked fine. So right now, it's getting used to this stuff. I've only had it maybe a week. Well, actually over a week. I went on vacation. Something like that was working. Good. Good. I'll put it in. Thank you. I can see the corners raising up, so I know that piece is right. Right now, that piece is really right. Get it started down in there and get about in the middle. Try to keep it even, which sometimes is a challenge to keep it even. And just watch it and crank her down. And you'll have plenty of time. That's like I teach somebody to do a hand drill fire or a bow drill fire to get you a coal. They get all excited, they get smoke going in and quit, and they lose their coal. But you just keep it going, and you'll get a coal. Then just lay your bow to the side. Everybody wants to jump and run real quick and all that. Take your time, take your knife, just slowly rake that coal out. You have plenty of time. That coal will keep going. And you can get it put in there and just keep going. So same thing with this, take your time.